Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, after witnessing two major significant points astrological conjunction of this year, now we are headed towards the most explosive and the vulnerable one. So guys, if you remember, at the time when the sixth planetary conjunction was it was happening in the March 29th, we already have had our discussion on that. Again guys, I do not proclaim myself as a very big astrologer who give the prediction. I give more of a analysis and advice, and it's like a very wholesome kind of analysis where we discuss that what kind of energies planets are creating, and based on that you have to take very calculated moves. So we talked about it that March 29th was the very first vulnerable red flag alignment of this year. Second was about the Saturn and the Rahu conjunction. So guys, Saturn and Rahu, whenever they are like conjunct and all, they always create that fear, that panic in the world. So at the time of the March 29th, we all know that the Myanmar earthquake happened, and on when Rahu and Saturn were conjunct, India and Pakistan, two nuclear power enabled countries, so they also came head on against each other. Obviously Pakistan did the terrorist attack and India did the military action, and obviously it's Rahu, so all narrative and the war of the propaganda, but India achieved its targets. But now guys, after that, now comes the question that what is going to be the next red flag for which I'm making this video. So guys, that is going to be on March, on June 7th, once Mars will enter in the Leo sign, and it is going to get conjunct with Ketu over there. So guys, it is very sensitive in so many ways. It's not like that in the Leo sign Mars and Ketu are getting conjunct, but also the 8th from it is over where Saturn is going to be transiting in the Pisces, and Saturn is going to be very close, very tightly conjunct with Neptune as well. So I mean to say guys, if you give attention to the planetary alignments, so it is going to be a very cautionary thing for the whole world. Now comes the question that in which dignity it can create results. So guys, look at it in this way that Mars and Ketu combination taking place in the Leo energy is like a kind of a, when the leaders become very tyrant and their tyranny and their atrocity somehow afflict the masses or the public. Now guys, I can give you the reference of so many of the incidents which happened in the past. Like this could be a case that when Joseph Stalin, he actually brought that man-made kind of famine which happened in Ukraine around the 1932-33, where it has been documented that millions of the people died. It has also been controversial and documented that Winston Churchill, when he diverted the grains which were supposed to be for the Bengal, and he diverted it for the Allied army to supplement them, to support them over there, and which actually caused a famine in the Bengal. And there have been those speculation that even for example at the time of the partition of India and Pakistan, so even at that time, so Lord Mountbatten, so I will not go into the personal lives of these world leaders, but it has been speculated that Lord Mountbatten's wife was linked with one of the senior Indian minister, and obviously if a guy who has to demarcate the borders of the country, and if he is coming from a place where he knows that his wife is having an affair with the head of one country, it is going to create some issue. So I mean to say guys, whenever these kind of alignment happens, so this could be a case that this could be time of the karmic sort of poetic justice, like the way guys, why to go very far, because I come from India. So India has been there was a time when there was the Mughal rule in India, and even at that time it was a history, like the way if one the son of a king, he has usurped the power via killing his own brothers and his father, so the karmic justice, the same thing which will happen to him, and his son or his children will do the same thing to him. or this could be a case like the way I mentioned, when the leaders become like kind of a tyrant. Like the way, guys, this could happen now in the world in so many ways. Like the way, for example, this Russia-Ukraine war, which has been ongoing for like now almost like 3 years and all. So this could be a case that during this time Russia might use a very kind of lethal weapon which they haven't used so far. Israel is going all out when it comes down to eradicating like Hamas from the Gaza. This could be a case that like all the people in the power, and it's the Mars and the Ketu is a kind of a army and the military coup kind of energy. So this could happen in the Pakistan, this could happen in the Bangladesh. So yes, guys, this is how it is going to be creating results. So again, guys, I always give attention to that whenever these kind of alignments happen, it's not only the Mars and Ketu getting conjunct, it's like in a comprehensive way. So Mars Ketu getting conjunct at the same time, 8th from it, Saturn is transiting over there. And if you follow my transit videos, so I always give attention to the omens. The day when Saturn has transited in the Pisces, the whole transit was very inauspicious. So I mean to say, guys, we have already endured the March 29th. We already have endured the Rahu and the Saturn conjunction, which was there like for like 2 months. That energy was there. So now comes the most triggering energy, which will get generated on June 7th, when Mars will enter the Leo sign, and from June 7th till July 27th, that energy of some war kind of energy, or this could be a case that Trump will go crazy over Iran, like announced a war, or anything can happen. So again, guys, all of those are possibilities. Just because I have a very small channel, I don't have that much kind of the team which supports me in the form of the video editing and the compilation and all. So I'm just giving you an overview, and based on your participation, and when we will be heading close to the dates, then I will come forward with another video with proper timelines and all. So yes, guys, before we will now briefly look at that how it is going to be impacting all the rising signs. So guys, like just because a lot of the people have been asking me in my stories and all about the Dara Karaka concept. So there was a blog post which I wrote couple of like weeks back. So in the description of this video, you can find the link of that if you want to book any of your readings with me. So guys, see, it's very simple, guys. I don't have that bandwidth. So it's very simple. If you have, like, you are a kind of person who have many doubts which you want to clear. So it's as simple as that. Book the Zoom consultation, and while being on a session with me, you can clear any of the doubts. Other packages have been designed just to give you the answer to your pressing issue, your questions, answer to that in a budget way, so that you fill the form, and after like giving attention to your situation, first I read out your whole details, your whole chart, and then I give you a customized answer to your question, and that is how I close the reading. Again, guys, and the same is the case with the in-person reading as well. Like, just because I've been like these days have been doing a lot of work on my local business, Google business profile, I'm receiving a lot of the calls from the local people as well. So again, guys, it's as simple as that. You buy the time from an astrologer. I even have to be assured of the client security, privacy, psychology, mental health. There are like so many things. So it's as simple as that. You buy the time. On that time, whatever questions you want to discuss astrologically, there is no claim of any miracles. I will not create that energy and clout of a Guruji, like suddenly a smoke is coming and then I'm coming in a robe. It's as simple as that. We will just discuss astrology. So if you want to even book your reading and for in person, so again, it's all about buying a time. And again, guys, there is no such thing as feedback, doubt clearing, anxiety call and some distress call. So again, I have to keep myself safe and you safe. So because of that, so this is the process which I follow. So whether for the in-person analysis or over the online consultation, the link of that is there in the description. So okay, guys, now we will briefly look at that how it is going to be like influencing all the rising signs. So guys, when we talk about the Aries, and again, guys, one thing which I want to clear over here, I'm not a motivational speaker. So when you click and you hear or listen to these kind of combination. So don't expect me to say something very nice, very positive. Again, I'm not a motivational speaker. So for all the rising signs, there might be some in small intensity or in strong intensity. There is going to be caution, care and vulnerability, which I will say. So now make your heart strong. There is one horror movie which is slated to release on May 30. I forgot the name. I need to go for that. Okay, now we will shift to our discussion. Okay guys, so for all the Aries Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, this is going to be impacting the matters of your 5th house. And so this could be a case that in your mind, in your thought process, there is going to be those thoughts of the rebelliousness. There is going to be some issue which could happen with your romantic partner. This could happen with the children as well. So in this area guys, you have to be very careful, because again guys, the way we generally say this combination is that it's a kind of a very self-afflicting kind of energy, that your mind is hard bent on doing harm to yourself. So again guys, I said this thing, I'm not a motivational speaker, so I do not know your natal alignments and all, but this is one such kind of placement where people go haywire with their energies, not being able to handle or have a grip over their outburst and outpour of the energies. Again, like all those kind of road rage, drunken accident kind of situation, suicide attempts. So again guys, have to be very careful, because this combination, Saturn is already operating in your 12th house and Mars Ketu in the 5th house. So the impulse of the thought and the impulsive action somehow could be responsible for that, and all attributes of the living signification connected with the 5th house, which could be your children, which could be your romantic partner. So you have to be very careful over there. All of those, like females who are right now pregnant or going through pregnancy and all, so they have to be cautious, very careful. Now guys, when we talk about the Taurus Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, it is going to be impacting the matters of your 4th house. So again guys, this is kind of a typical energy where the inner emotional insecurity will bother a lot many Taurus Lagna natives. So any of the concerns of the land or property related dealing needs to be done with a lot of caution and care. So this is kind of a typical energy where people just walk out of the relationship, walk out of the home, and so yeah, with some wishful thinking, drive you towards or detach you from your current dwelling. So this actually give rise to that. So yes guys, and again, like the way I mentioned this thing, so in the older times when like the females who used to work in the kitchen and the cylinder blast, pressure cooker explosion blast and all, so yeah, if you have any of those kind of stuff in your house, like in your garage or in your house, like any firearm, any of those explosive kind of material based on the nature of work, if this is what your business is, and in your garage you have a lot of that inflammable material in the storage, so guys, you have to be very careful. Now guys, when we talk about the Gemini, so guys, for the Gemini natives guys, it is going to be taking place in your 3rd house and the 10th house. So guys, no matter what happens, no matter how people around you will try to provoke you, you do not have to put down your papers, because whatever you will do, whatever aggression you will exert during this time, the impact of that will reflect in your public image. It might tarnish or impact your reputation as well. Like the way guys, when we talk about Saturn in the Pisces, has got everything to do with where the spiritual growth happens because of the discipline. So the karmic lessons come through compassion. So this is what that is. And yeah, just because 3rd house individually guys, 3rd house Mars Ketu are considered as very strong. It can actually make you like a very strong leader. But this is what the problem is, that like, do you or are you well prepared to handle that surge of energy or not, or you're just gonna go crazy, and the impact of that is going to come in a way that your public image is going to get tarnished. So yes guys, you have to be very careful. Whatever actions you will take or perform during this time, there is going to be a cost which you have to pay for that. So just be very mindful of that. Now guys, when we talk about the Cancer natives, so guys, in your case, it is going to be impacting the matters of your like 2nd house. So again guys, when we talk about the matters of the food, your family and your finances is going to be on the radar. So no matter what kind of pressure people are putting onto you, you do not have to take any major like U-turn, a major investment or a major decision. So like this could be a case that if you're already going through any of the family issue and all, so this is generally those kind of alignment where people step out of the house, they go their own way, so that kind of energy is getting generated. And yes guys, because it's the Ketu energy as well, so in the family thing and all, so just be very mindful with the usage of your speech. There's a very famous saying, right, that tongue is sharper than the sword. So that is something which you have to be very mindful of that. Now guys, when we talk about the Leo Lagna natives, so guys, yes, you are very vulnerable. And again guys, this is going to be the time when, see, because like the way I remember when I was like, I guess I was in school or in college that time, this incident happened, like when one of the Middle Eastern journalist or reporter, so he threw a shoe at George Bush in one of the press brief which was happening and all, and he actually dodged that shoe which was thrown at him. So I mean to say, it's like when people say that Donald Trump is unpredictable, but if I were to say, like, his behavior, temperament is very much predictable. And I mean to say guys, yes, like whichever direction he faces, over there the problem starts happening. And this is what has been happening in the past 5 months of his tenure. So China has been checked with his glands, and other global leaders have been impacted. Now the Iran situation is something which I am very much worried about. So yes, and his own safety and well-being is also on the radar during this time. So this could be a case, any assassination attempt and all. So those vulnerabilities going to be, if it is gonna happen, which I will pray to the God shall not happen, God bless him with long life and good health. But I mean to say, this is going to be the time when the vulnerability is going to be high. All astrological analysis, again, I'm not that big clout and influence astrologer giving that prediction. I'm just giving my analysis, and that's how I approach astrology. So yes guys, for the Leo Lagna natives, in short guys, so in your case, your health is something guys, you have to be very mindful of that. So like if you participate in a lot of the adventurous stuff and all, so wear proper helmet, wear proper gear, you have to be very mindful of that during this time. If you go very close to the nature, so just don't go very close to the dangerous side of the nature, like jumping from the mountains and all. So any of those natural kind of accidents and all, nature, animal attack, those things generally happen in these kind of alignments. And yes, let's say for example, if during this time, if like you will be held, like people are gonna put any false allegation to you, or people are gonna provoke you, you have to maintain your calm. Because again guys, enemies are going to be very strong, in short, because Saturn, your 6th lord, is also creating the similar kind of vibration as well. So be mindful that like there are like certain times where we end up doing things driven by the whims and all, and life give us a second chance. And they're like those kind of situation where the mistake committed by you has gone too far. Now there's not much of the coming back. Now again guys, it's not like it's gonna happen to that scale for everyone. It's just like that vulnerability is going to be there. So just be very mindful. Don't play with the animals, with the nature. Be very mindful of your safety, and don't take any impulsive, reckless kind of action. In short, don't try to take any of the major lifetime decision in a whim, in a kind of impulse. That's what I'm trying to say. Now guys, when we talk about the Virgo Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, as you can see that Mars Ketu combination is going to be impacting your 12th house, and at the same time this Saturn is going to be there in your 7th house. So yes guys, you have to be very careful. This is actually going to be the time when any of the travels need to be undertaken with a lot of caution, a lot of care, and overseas investments, do that with proper caution and care. Enemies are going to be at their peak. So if you are in that nature of work where you are already dealing with a lot of the rivalry, like you are a politician, or you are in that position where you have a lot of the people who oppose you, so during this time you have to be slightly careful, like keep your protection at its best. That's all what I can say. Chanting and like seeking refuge in the religion and the devotional practices will actually help you. And during this time, just don't take any of those decisions which is going to have an impact over your matrimonial life, over your business dynamics. So in all those areas, just be very careful. Now guys, when we talk about the Libra Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, it is going to be impacting the matters of your 11th house. So yes guys, there's actually going to be some major turnaround. So this is kind of a alignment over where again guys, see, the thing is, Mars in the 11th house is considered as good. To an extent, even Ketu in the 11th house, Ketu is like the height where we hoist the flag. So 11th house is like kind of a height in a chart, in someone's life as well, even in the Vastu, if I were to say. So individually, the placement of the Ketu and Mars in the 11th house is very good. Individually, Saturn's placement in the 6th house is also very good. It's just like that, the whole alignment which is happening. But again guys, if your dashas are running favorable, so this could also be a case that any of those areas where you have struggled, where you have shown your prowess, your courage, your bravery, and the return and the recognition of that was long overdue, that might come during this time. So there's a slight possibility of that cannot be overlooked. So yes guys, in the case of the Libra, you're not much of in the vulnerable zone. If your dashas are running favorable, you can still end up getting some good bargain or some good deal as well. And the sudden turnaround of the things will work in your favor if your running dashas are also going good. It's just like that guys, in the matters of like your commitment, like social obligation, commitment to the friends, or your social public commitments, obligation and all. So over there, just don't succumb to the pressure being put forth by others. Like suddenly a friend of yours want you to join any multi-level marketing, any pyramid marketing scheme, or like pressing you for something for which your heart is not allowing you. So don't do that, as simple as that. But still, for you guys, it's not that bad. Now guys, when we talk about the Scorpions, so guys, in your case, as you can see that for the Scorpions, it is going to be impacting your 10th house. So yes guys, at your career front, there is going to be very explosive kind of energy which you have to deal with. So this could be suddenly bosses putting their outburst, or like this could be a case that something has gone wrong and now that blame game is going on, that people are like making you take the blame, or you are being made a scapegoat in any kind of situation. So just be very mindful of that during this time. Don't by yourself intentionally, don't try to experiment a lot in your career front. And like if you are in a very sensitive kind of nature of work where there's a lot of the privacy, confidentialities involved, so take all the instruction documented, have the proof of everything, so that later on you cannot be made a scapegoat. That's all what I can say. But yes guys, bosses and all might be acting very tyrant, like a tyrant. That possibility is going to be there. Now guys, when we talk about the Sagittarius natives, so guys, in your case, as you can see that the Mars and this Ketu conjunction is going to be taking place in your 9th house. So guys, one thing is for sure that during this time, any of the travels need to be undertaken with a lot of caution and care. The health of the father might also be a matter of concern for many Sagittarius Lagna natives during this time, because guys, in your case, what is happening is that your this whole 6-8 combination is impacting your 9th house and the 4th house. So we know this thing that one house is the house of the mother, another is the house of the father. So in short, yeah, there might be some stress point which get generated, or some button which get pressed, impacting the health or well-being of the parents and all. During this time guys, this refrain from any important major land purchase kind of related deal. If you have to undertake any travel, so follow proper caution and care, like the way these days we keep on seeing that because of the like lot many travel vloggers, they keep on going to very dangerous places just to get that footage, just to get that kind of good views and all. So if you or if you're also doing something like that, so be very careful. So those who are like awaiting any visa, immigration, any of the lawsuit, judiciary related matters and also, just be very careful guys. So energy is very volatile, very sensitive. Now guys, when you talk about the Capricorn, so guys, in your case, as you can see that this whole combination guys is taking place in your 8th house. So yes guys, you are actually on the radar. So this Mars Ketu combination, so something might erupt which will come from the past. So this could be a case again guys, like the way, for example, people who have been in the army, in the military, and they have posted in some very sensitive areas, or this could be a case like you have had some childhood repressed kind of memory, some sort of pain or trauma, assault, and suddenly that come on the surface and start bothering you and all, or someone who has betrayed you or done something wrong to you, suddenly that person is in front of you and all. So yes guys, this is the churning which is happening. Again guys, it is going to be happening for your advantage, for your good only, for you to heal to the core. But again, the process is going to be filled with a lot of the pain and the emotional mental anguish. Along with that guys, just be very careful when you go close to the animals, to the nature. If you deal with any of the firearms, any of those kind of inflammable kind of materials and all, so you have to be extremely cautious, careful. Even your dealings with your in-laws and all have to be very careful. Any of the, like if you are in that nature of work where you handle other people's money, so be very careful. That's all what I can say. Now guys, when we talk about the Aquarius, so guys, in your case, oh my god, your 7th house is going to be getting impacted. So yes guys, during this time, partner might act very egoistic, like a tyrant, too much of the concerns of the domination. See, the concern with the Aquarius native is that they generally don't find it a bit difficult, because Aquarians are like, they're very naive, they're very innocent, they're like very adjustable, very humanitarian. So the thing is, in any case, Aquarians, they get adjusted to the ego and pride of their partner. They get adjusted to that. It's just like that during this time, it might go out of the control. Like, so yes, be very mindful of that. If you are in that nature of work, line of work where there is a lot of the public dealing, like the way guys, being an astrologer, why I all the time talk about boundaries. I'm doing that for 10 years. I know that I have been in those kind of situation where like the mental health of other person, or the hysteria or anxiety and the panic start affecting me as well. So I mean to say, if you are in that public profile, so you have to be very careful, like what kind of energy and people you will deal with. And again guys, if you live in any of the sensitive area where there's like a lot of the crazy people are out there, a lot of the scams which goes on, some sort of policing and the, what do you call that, civil and the safety, public safety is concerned, so just be very mindful. Like, don't go out on those places where there's a lot of the concerns of someone can be mugged, someone can be robbed. So just be very mindful. 7th house, generally what I have seen in my research, to which many astrologers don't agree with me on this, they say that the random public attack generally happens from the 8th house. I would still say, in my research, I generally see that coming in from the 7th house. Like generally you are in a subway and someone suddenly threw something at you, someone suddenly pushed you, someone suddenly spoiled your day with, randomly started abusing and doing something. That random generally assault and attack generally happens from the 7th house. That's what my research says. And apart from the partner's nature and all, so yes guys, you have to be very careful in all of that area for this 1.5 months. And guys, lastly, for the Pisces natives, so guys, for the Pisces natives, it is going to be impacting guys your 6th house. So yes guys, much better for the Pisces Lagna natives guys. See, if you are working as a cop, you're working as a nurse, as a lawyer, it might be good for you. It give you more power. If you have to write any competitive exam, it's still fine. But again guys, generally it's like, it's a kind of a typical combination which generally gives you very powerful enemies. So you have to be very careful. Like, don't see, because we do not know like who is supporting whom behind, and like there have been like, oh my god, like the world is filled with the craziness, man. Sometimes like there have been those cases where 20 years back something happened and the guy came back to take revenge for that. So I mean to say, it's just like that. 6th house Mars Ketu is a sensitive energy. Like, see, if you have to get treated for any of the surgery and all, this might be beneficial for you, but overall much better refrain. Even if you are in a situation where you know that you are not at fault, but even after, if saying a sorry and just folding your hands and letting go, dodging that confrontational situation is possible, much better do that, because this is not a very favorable energy to get into confrontation, which could be otherwise avoidable. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. Once again guys, thanks a lot for watching this video, and for further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.